the lights had just been turned on. The syncopated rhythm seemed to have slowed down, and a new, luminous, polychromatic rhythm is set up, made of long and glittering flashes of light coming from the big city.
Vai caminhando, lotou a bola para a esquerda, entrou o ponteiro, gol!
Compra laranja, menino, que vai pra feira.
Mas que cara feio! É, mas está cheio de garotas, ora.
São Paulo, with its opalescent provincial light, illuminating the big houses and the colonial modesty of the narrow central streets. The jalousies and the iron balconies suggesting the shyness of the full-skirted young girls, the speedless vehicles, the romantic look. $1900. The green gold, the God coffee brings forth the architectonic values of a period of transition, an Art Nouveau mixed with an ill-expressed neoclassicism and with remnants of the Baroque style. The neoclassicism appears purer through the harmony in its geometric lines. The Versailles-like gardens and the slightly naive monuments with their end-of-century ostentation. The God coffee enjoys its golden period and shows it off. The city begins to grow up. People, races, and religions meet and mingle. They are the builders of São Paulo. The Japanese is a younger Paulista, a different Paulista, but undoubtedly already a Paulista. He also lives an agitated life, although he maintains his millenary traditions. The Moorish-style house counterbalances the tenement buildings, which reminds one of Sicily and Naples. The Martinelli building, the first pyramid erected by the Italians as a monument to their progress. They also are proud of being historical Paulistas. Summer cooled off by the rain and by the altitude, stimulating winter, more like autumn to the Europeans, in a climacteric dance generally temperate. In 1930, the rush towards industrialization started, and so did the slogans, São Paulo, the fastest growing city in the world. São Paulo cannot stop. Private enterprise faces all challenges and is always ready to proclaim its own accomplishments as the biggest in South America. This stadium is an example. São Paulo releases the demon of haste. Things have to be done, and done fast. Trains, buses, bring and take everything. Hopes, despairs, happiness, decisions. An endless routine in a nerve-wracking symphony. "100 years do not yet separate the provincial tranquility from the feverish agitation of the metropolis, and from the important scientific and cultural center it has been turning into. The streets that appeared to be so broad have today become too narrow. The old-fashioned Paulista Avenue used to be the dividing line between the wealthy district and the commercial sector. It is no longer so. The God copy gives way to the engineer, to the industrial manager, to the technocrat. Around the old Martinelli Pyramid, the concrete forest is to be found, compact, large, angular. The big houses of 1900 are being besieged. The old face becomes unrecognizable, crowded, longilinear, disheveled. However, the big forest has also its clearings. A city that never stops. A city that carries itself, that lodges people coming from all over the world, from other parts of the country, from the small inland town. People that have forced themselves to change their pace of living in order to synchronize themselves to the bewildered, conflicting rhythm of its development. And if we live in São Paulo, we can find out, dissimulated, hidden in its haste towards the future, in its vital and disorderly growth, a facet of its palpitating humanity, the humanism of those who try to accomplish. "100 factories in 1900, 40,000 today, 30,000 souls in 1870, 1,200,000 inhabitants in 1935, 5 million today. The summing up of 412 years of life of a great city.